Hello there. I'm Liana, a full-time comic artist and writer. You might have seen my work on things like TKO Tales of Terror or Star Wars Adventures. This series is for anyone in comics, fans and peers alike. Here, I sit down and talk to all my friends in the comic industry. Welcome. Professional streamer Liana Kangas. That's me! I'm a dad. I mess up. Hello. I'm going to be working on a commission today, which is actually for our lovely moderator and writer, Brent, who's always in the chat. You may know them as Carol Collector. I'm going to be finishing that up today. It's Something is Killing the Children. So how are you feeling today? How is...
Me?
Yeah.
I'm sweaty. I'm really excited, but I'm really mostly sweaty.
You are a celebrity in my eyes.
I could not have done this without you.
Oh my gosh.
You've helped me so much with this book and talking about it. And thank you for listening to me talk about it for the last, 2.5 years, 3 years?
I love it.
We're exploring new avenues and different potential sponsors that we wouldn't normally have thought of. And an obvious one that kind of came to both of us was Gerber. So we're looking into... I'm trying to be the new face of Gerber.
Excellent.
And so, yeah, that's me. I think I have the perfect, when I'm clean shaven, I have the perfect baby face needed. It's going well. We're in talks with Gerber. We've got a meeting after this, actually, that we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Gerber might, if Gerber options GARDNER, that could be interesting.
It's in competition with the Windex. Who knows who will win, you know?
Well, maybe we can tie it all together and then we get Windex, Gerber, money.
Yeah.
Combined?
I want to take 2 seconds to mention that Josh Hickson is not only an incredible artist, but damn is he a master of tools. He is the one that suggested that I buy this this Presto marker. Okay, there we go. It's like a whiteout marker, and dang, just such a good... I was like, oh, now I gotta get some acrylic paint going on here. I'm not really sure what to do. Nope, this is perfect. Trying to experiment with drawing with real good posture. Applauding myself, so... this is actually like a draft board that I'm trying to use, so I gotta figure out... Professional streamer Liana Kansas. That's gonna be my new pen name. If I ever do a pen name thing, I'm just gonna do Kansas.
Just Kansas,
Yeah.
That's a band, right? I should say that with confidence, but I didn't.
It's the youth in you.
I know old stuff.
Oh my gosh. Brent, quick question. Erica Slaughter is Erica with a K, right?
It is Erica with a C.
Erica with a C. Thank you. I was pulling up reference real quick. Thank you. For those of you that don't know what Something is Killing the Children is, it is a book by Boom, correct?
What is Something is Killing the Children about other than children?
Something killing the children?
Yeah, something killing the children.
Well, I managed to trick Liana into reading it a little bit.
I did. It's wonderful. Oh, yeah. I mean, I read it right after C2E2. So good. It took me a while, but I got there.
Yeah, and it's a slow burn, too, but to kind of give you a cliff notes, it's literally what the title says it is. And then they kind of build this entire world around a simple premise instead of the universe. It's kind of brilliant.
It's one of those, just the way it looks and the buzz around it. I'm like, I know I'm going to love this book. I just haven't gotten around. I haven't been to my shop in a while, and I need to.
Matt, you did not know what the Batnips were.
Do I know now?
I mean, you do only because Henry and I told you.
Oh. Tell me again. I think my brain...
From Batman... Was it Batman Forever? I forget. With George Clooney. And
he had nips?
Yeah, the suit had nipples. Engraved nipples on the suit.
I think it was Batman and Robin.
Do we know who the costume designer is, and do we know what they're up to now?
The real important questions here. Speaking
in a
of
while. And they're like,
premises and books, can you dare to tell me about the premise of Gardner?
oh, okay, wait. I'll get this. Jaslyn and I have run through this, so now I actually have a decent guideline for it. I really never had one before. It is a space western about self-acceptance and survival on a failed colony planet. So the premise follows Lars, the main character, pretty much the only woman, the only human face in almost the whole book. She's an ex-junker, which was a certain kind of gang that just sat around and tripped off of a weird gas that they developed. And she's hired by an ancient robot known as the Disciple, who is the caretaker of the titular garden. And she's hired by him to investigate the emergence of a strange plague that threatens to destroy what little life is still remaining on the planet. But he might have ulterior motives, and she doesn't know any of that.
Can you at least tell the chat how you came up with the design of Goo Man? Because Justin's asking about Goo Man, but no spoilers, so.
I wish I had that on me. It was an accident. I was trying to draw a really simple like diver, like a scuba diver, because I had just got out of college for animation. And I was like, oh, I want to animate to a music video. I want to do this really simple thing. Drew it, looked like shit. Didn't think about it for 2 weeks, and then I looked at my sketchbook. I was like, oh, it kind of looks like a jelly man with some organs floating around in there. And I drew this little gif of just him waving at the screen. He just looked over at the viewer and waves. And I think I just posted that on Instagram, and that was the best interaction I'd ever had with anything.
He was like, oh, I need to fix the video. And I was like, nah, dude, that's like Zack Snyder, brah. It's the Gardner cut. Because the ratio was like a little bit smaller. I was like, I didn't notice it. It looks perfect. And he's like, I'll re-release Gardner itself, the Snimmons cut.
I'm going to make it 4 times longer. So I'm going to just make a...
The book is literally going to be a weapon. We joke about it now, but...
book. You can't move it, and it will be... How do you draw a slow motion scene?
It's the same thing where you just reuse panels but do like a small edit, right?
Well, I already do that. So.
Yeah, but you hand draw everything. You don't have to deal with like digital or whatever.
It's a slow burn of a book, which hey, that can work. So I think I spent a long time worrying that might be too slow, but I stuck with it the way I wanted to make it. But it's just really nice seeing a mix of creators I've connected with over time, like Sally Cantiro and Christian Sager, and people in the D&D group that I've had for a little over a year at this point. And then just some people I don't even know that we just follow each other, or they follow me, and it's just really cool seeing
that they're
creators
posting about it.
Yeah, it's so cool. I'm like, I've never even bothered you once, you know? I didn't even know that you knew me.
It's so easy because you're so sweet, and like you are very supportive of other people too, and like you are willing to go out of your way to help people constantly. I know that because you do it for me too. So it makes it easy to want to share your hard work and successes with other people. So
it really means a lot. I'm glad you can't see me because I blush a lot, so I'm very pink faced. So I'm glad I don't have to justify it.
Speaking of like comics podcasts, if you want to listen to ours, Comics Inebriated, you can find that on Anchor as well as Spotify and all that stuff. It's like Drunk History, but with comics people, and it's about comics related things. So it could be like an event or a person or like a run or whatever. Now that you're an official, like, professional podcaster.
Now that I'm a podcaster. Yeah, I love saying that. I'm like, I should have you know I'm a podcaster. I really love... I grew up on 80s monster movies and stuff, so I love listening to Say You Love Satan, which they kind of riff off of and talk about mostly 80s horror movies. And I think I just really love... They spend a lot of time talking about what they love about them, or dunking on them if they're exceptionally bad, but they still love them. And it's just a bunch of people that have full-time day jobs and are not just full-time podcasters, which is not what I expect out of usually that kind of movie coverage stuff. Dungeons and Daddies. I
Dungeons
think
and
probably more
Daddies.
than me knows about that one.
That is the best name for a podcast I've ever heard. Please
It is.
explain.
It is. It's a group of people playing fictional dads that get trapped in the Forgotten Realms from our realm, and they have to rescue their sons. And they're all terrible dads, and just pretty bad people. But the actual people are great. Did you sketch all this live?
No, I
Or did you
transferred
already- okay.
this. So I digitally sketched it, I want to say around the time that I did the Department of Truth piece, too.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I didn't see you draw it. I just have seen you. I was like, if you're going straight to inks.
Oh,
that's-
no. I wish. I've considered it, just for, like, sketchbooks and stuff like that, which I might do on stream. That would be fun. I want to look like Geralt from The Witcher.
Like silver gray. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think people. That feels like a pull-offable one.
Right? I feel like
I'm gonna
could do
get the
it.
yellow. Yeah, I'm gonna get the yellow eyes.
Good. I'm
you
glad
get the
you're
hair.
gonna invest in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna go the full implant route or?
Yeah, I'm not gonna fake it. Commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit. I need to look up. I love, gosh, artists in the chat, tell me what's up. I'm literally Googling blood on a knife. This is so bad.
Oh, I love the references that I have open sometimes.
I just, I want to make sure that I'm going to get, a good... Oh, here we go. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Because I want to keep the red. But I know that there was going to be some, smear situations here, so...
Episode 4 of a true crime podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then she Googled blood on a knife.
Mm-hmm.
I like every now and again seeing the difference between a script and the pages themselves, or difference in what I decided in my head, I should say.
I love seeing someone else's interpretation of my stories. In fact, the
Collaborative
more unique,
medium.
the better.
Yeah.
The more I find it more invigorating. I want to see something through another lens, beyond that. Because at the end of the day, the more creativity that's exhibited, the more beautiful it becomes.
I like that. Yeah, I think you're always going to have people interpret it very differently. I think have there been instances where people just redraw the same pages from a script? I think I've seen a few things. Yeah, I think that's not crazy, but it's really neat to see. There's some moments that feel very similar, things that just feel completely different, and how different artists approach things. It would be kind of fun just as an exercise if either of us have the time to do extra work. I feel like you and I would interpret a scene very differently, Liana, and that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I would totally do that. Best worst horror movie. Best worst. Oh, I think it's called Axe or something like that. Or Axe Murderer. Heck. It's set in a swamp. It is the worst movie I've ever seen. But because it's the worst movie I've ever seen, I sort of love it. It's so bad.
I think Zombievers is pretty irredeemable.
Ooh, yeah, that's... Dang. I didn't even think about that one.
Oh, God. There's another one that I hate equally. I can't remember. I don't know.
I hate equally.
I'm blanking on. Yeah, it's one like that where it's such a waste of time, but I still watched it and I was like, I can't have that time back, can I?
Yeah.
Birdemic.
Nope. Birdemic.
Birdemic. They have a little metal screamo song to accompany it too, and it's also bad.
Oh, I need
Unless
to
you made it, and it's
find
actually pretty
this
good.
one out. I need to watch this one.
You can't really tell what was, at least from here, what was whited out. And I don't think that's a problem on the actual traditional piece anyway. I used to freak out if I smudged anything. But now I kind of like seeing those things on pieces. I have a commission from Simon Roy that has some smudges, and I'm like, hell yeah. Whereas I used to redo commissions if I smudged them.
Oh!
Yeah, I hated it, and I stopped doing that quickly.
I think it brings a commission into the, for lack of a better word, into the present.
The real world, yeah.
Real world,
Mhm.
so to
Good job
speak.
now.
It's like, and I actually do, really, especially for this kind of subject matter. I think smudges are almost
Oh, definitely.
expected, you know?
You don't draw that much for yourself either.
Yeah, no.
No.
I just want to get artist choice commissions, which bless people that watch this give me those. So I never restart commissions. So good. I'm so glad that I waited to do this because this is probably one of my favorite. I think this is by far my favorite sketch cover I've ever done.
I am so in love with it, and I agree completely.
Oh,
I might
I'm
be
so
biased.
happy you like it. I'm just going to keep noodling with it a teensy bit. Well, Matt, I hope you have an incredible pizza night. You deserve it. Congrats on 12K on your fucking rad-ass
Thank you.
Kickstarter.
Thanks for having me, as always.
Yeah. And, follow both Matt and I for the next Comics Inebriated stream. For indie comics. Yay. And with that, I end you all. Bye, y'all. Hey, someone do an air horn.
And I'm gonna be on. We're gonna record a
Guest host.
what your plan is if you how you're switching.
Son. Yes.